Hey guys, what's going on? It's Mark from Coaster Dash, and today I'm coming at you guys from Nickelodeon Universe here in East Rutherford, New Jersey at the American Dream Mall, just outside of New York City. This is one of North America's newest amusement parks. It's situated entirely indoors, and it looks like a really cool place. The one caveat is that it's extremely expensive. I paid about $80 for a 4-hour session today, but I had to do what I had to do to get the credits and to explore the park, so I'm still looking forward to it as well. Right now, it's about 40 minutes before open. I got here a little bit early so that my mom could make it to a train station. And already I can see Shellraiser and Sandy's Blasting Bronco doing some test runs, which are the two coasters I am most looking forward to getting on today. So yeah, it's honestly such a great feeling being here. It's really cool, for sure. I cannot wait to explore this park for my first time and also check out some of these coasters and flat rides. So I invite you guys to join me today and enjoy the park and the vlog. Here we go. Just got done with 2 rides on Nickelodeon Slime Streak. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's actually the first coaster I've ever ridden manufactured by Chance Rides. Again, I could be wrong, but I don't recall any others I've been on. As for the actual ride itself, I rode it once in the very front row, once in the very back row. They let me stay on, so it was great. And yeah, it was a pretty fun zippy family coaster. It's nothing too memorable. It doesn't really have any air time, but it has some decent laterals. The pacing is good. It keeps a good speed throughout the layout. Like, it's just a fun ride. Next up is another cool looking family coaster, Shredder. This is a spinning coaster and one of the tallest spinning coasters in the world, in fact. So I'm looking forward to getting on this one. It should be a good time. As you can see right behind me, I just got off of Shredder, and it was actually a really good ride. Didn't make me feel sick at all. I hear a lot of the coasters here actually do kind of make you feel ill, so I'm kind of looking out for that. So far though, I've been perfectly okay on Shredder and Slime Streak, so that's good. So yeah, Shredder didn't really spin that much. It span a little bit. It was enough to be enjoyable for sure. But really, the main enjoyment I got out of that was the layout. It's just so long, and it's also like shockingly tall too. It's a pretty large scale layout, and I love how it's intertwined with Shellraiser. I think that's really cool. So yeah, highly approve of that ride, and so far it's my favorite of the 2 coasters in the park. Wow, so I just got off of Sandy's Blasting Bronco. I did it once in the very front and once in the very back, and oh my gosh, that lived up to the hype. I'm so happy that it's not making me that nauseous. The ride has a light rattle, but it's not necessarily a rough ride, so it's not that bad. It's not nearly as bad as I was expecting, for sure. Some particularly standout elements, I'm sure you guys have heard that the backwards launch is pretty crazy, and I can confirm that no matter what row you're in, that backwards launch is probably one of the best launches I've ever experienced on any roller coaster in my life. Forwards launch is also great, but the backwards launch absolutely stole the show in my opinion. Also on those Immelmans, you really feel the whip if you're in the back. It's so cool. I also love that they utilize that turntable element so that you can ride forwards and backwards in the same ride. That is so cool in my opinion. Overall, absolutely awesome ride, and I'm so glad it lived up to my expectations. That was a great time. Just rode Timmies Halfpipe Havoc. That was my first time riding one of those intimate halfpipe coasters, and that was pretty fun. It's not one of the best rides in the park, I don't think, but I did really like the spinning, and I thought it was pretty cool how you actually like go pretty high up. A lot of the coasters here don't look that tall, but actually like when you're on them, do actually like they legit are really tall. So far, every single one of the coasters I've ridden are like that, and the only one I have left is Shellraiser, which is the tallest in the park, so I'm sure that'll be the same way. Speaking of, I'm actually going to go ahead and do that right now. What I've been doing is actually riding each of the coasters 2 times. So already it's been like 45 minutes since the park's open, and I've done Slime Streak twice, Shredder twice, Sandy's twice, Timmy's twice, and now I'm about to do Shellraiser twice. Then if I'm feeling up for it, the rest of the day will be devoted to re-rides on Shellraiser and Sandy's Blasted Bronco, and I'll have to try out their drop tower too. That looks pretty fun. Overall though, the park has actually been surprisingly nice. A lot of people said it feels like a warehouse and it's just a bunch of rides plopped down, and in a way I can see that if you're going in with that mindset. For me though, I'm really just enjoying what the park has to offer and the visuals that it has to offer. And in my opinion, it's actually quite a colorful park with a lot to do. So I'm definitely impressed. I'm gonna head to Shellraiser now, most anticipated coaster here, and I'm very looking forward to getting on it. It's a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, largest Gerstlauer I've ever ridden actually, and it has the steepest drop on any coaster in the world, so that's gonna be really, really cool to experience, especially after riding Cannibal at Lagoon, which has one of the steepest. Let's give it a ride. So I just rode TMNT Shellraiser 2 times. I again started in the very back and then went to the very front, so the opposite of what I've been doing. I did it in that order because many people had told me that the back was much smoother than the front. So I go in with that mindset, right? I ride in the back and the ride is perfectly smooth. I don't know why people complain so much about this ride being rough or having potholes. It's literally not bad at all. So then I go to the front row, right? And it's the exact same story. Not a single pothole at the bottom of the drop like people have been saying. No potholes anywhere, matter of fact. The ride was totally smooth. Like, it was smoother than hang time, I'd say. So I don't get it at all. I think it's a great ride. I really enjoyed everything about it. The view of New York City skyline from the top of that is absolutely incredible. And before you know it, you are dropping down the world's steepest drop. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's 121.5 degrees or something like that, which is absolutely ridiculous. It beat out Takabisha's record by 0.5 degrees. And while I do wish it didn't trim as much at the top right there, like right before the drop, that would be like insane to think about. But yeah, I mean, it's still fine. It's a great drop. And then the rest of the ride, like the inversions were fun. It didn't really have any airtime. If you want airtime, I'd check out Sandy's because that has so many whippy moments of airtime on it. But yeah, I thought it was a great ride. I don't know, that or Sandy's is either the #1 in the park, but I can't really decide right now. I need to get more rides on both. Super, super fun top 5 lineup here at this park though. Honestly, they're all really fun rides and they all serve their place in the lineup. So absolutely, I'd recommend this place already. Even though it is really expensive, I've been pretty surprised by the park and its rides so far. So really enjoying it. So as I said, I'm gonna get some re-rides in, try out the drop tower, get some food, all of which I'll do off camera. I just really wanted to show you guys the coasters here and shine some light on them because really they are great rides and I think people need to start coming out to this park. Yes, I know it's expensive, but it's a great time. I was gonna say it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it. It is really, really expensive, but it's a great visit and it's a great park. So yeah, I'd still recommend a visit every once in a while, or even if you're in the area, just do it once so you can say you've done it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short little vlog, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye guys.